Okay, so in previous lessons, we've explored the role of mirror neurons in understanding others' actions and also imitating others. But we can think of both of those uh, dimensions as the understanding part of empathy. Remember, we said empathy had two components: understanding another's mind in terms of intentions, what they're trying to do, or their desires, and then feeling, right? The feeling part of empathy, having feelings that are similar to the feelings of the other person. So understanding actions and imitation fall into the understanding part of empathy. It's now time to deal with the affective component of empathy, the feeling part. And here we see some facial expressions here, the sad face and happy face. And the idea is perhaps the mirror neuron system is also involved in simulating these emotional feelings, these emotions, in our own brain as a way of resonating, connecting with another person. So just like the mirror neuron system helps us understand the actions of others, we can think of the mirror neuron as helping us feel what others are feeling as well. Okay, down at the bottom here, we have a very common type of study where the subjects are put in the brain scanner, and so we're measuring brain activity while they are seeing various faces with different facial expressions. So in this case, the emotion of disgust is what this person is showing on their face. Now, there is a part of the brain called the anterior insular cortex that is active when we ourselves have the emotion of disgust. So, like we did in class, if you were to smell something foul, you would maybe scrunch up the nose and just show that facial expression of disgust. Well, the anterior insular cortex becomes active when we ourselves are experiencing disgust. But it also becomes active when we just watch another person showing the facial expression of disgust. So again, the idea then would be that the mirror system is translating a perception of another person's face and activating similar systems in the brain that would produce that very same emotion. In this case, disgust. So here we see in the color version here that the red is the smell of a disgusting odor, so that part of the brain is activated when we ourselves would smell it, and the yellow would be watching the disgusting facial expression. Notice there's overlap in the regions of the brain that are activated. So again, the idea is that the mirror system is responsible for activating the disgust part of the brain when we are witnessing somebody's emotional expression of disgust. That same part of the brain is the one activated when we ourselves are experiencing a disgusting stimulus. The same is true for touch. So again, the red areas would be being touched on the leg. So this is the actual, you, the subject, are being touched on the leg, and we see the distribution of the activity in the red areas here. And then the blue area is watching someone be touched on the leg as well. And again, there is the overlap of activity in the touch areas of the brain. The mirror neuron system is translating perception of somebody else being touched, and it's sort of simulating what that would feel like if we were touched in that spot.